Hello, I am Tamima and this is Real Talk. Tonight, my guests get real on the day their world fell apart. Stories of tragedy, stories of betrayal. Welcome to the show. I have with me on set my first guests, Dennis and Hannah. Dennis, maybe just share your story with us.
First of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity. And I used to be a dancer. Yeah, I was doing for Jesus. I used to like music. And I'm also a musician. I'm a writer, I'm a songwriter, and an upcoming producer. Yeah.
But when did you start dancing professionally?
Professionally, it was back on 2006.
Were you part of a dance troupe?
Yeah, I've been like, let me say 4 to 3 dance crew.
Did you get to travel the world as part of your dancing?
Yeah, I remember back on 2006, I did a gig in Kampala, Uganda. I managed to go to Kisumu for the first time, and even Mombasa.
Ulikuwa unadansia which type of events? Za mziki, wasanii wakubwa?
Gospel.
Gospel artists?
Yeah.
Like which artists?
My first time coup on the stage, like with a big artist, it was that year one. The moment alikuwa natoa kapunga la Yesu. So there is this place we used to go like every last Friday of the month at Nairobi Cinema. Ilikuwa inaitwa Jesus Night. So back then, kuna watu sahi wako kwa industry, they were dancers that time. Someone like Mr. Seed alikuwa dancer, Born Breakers, Bahati.
Mlikuwa mnakatika na Bahati na Mr. Seed?
Tulikuwa tunabishania stage at that time.
There is one day where literally your world turned upside down when you were rehearsing. What happened?
It was this day. We went for second auditions. We managed to pass the audition, but kuna those people who called B-boys. A B-boy is a guy who can spin on the floor. Yeah, na shingo.
Wow.
I tried that spin. Actually, I did. It was standing spin.
So that's, when you say standing spin, yani unasimama na kichwa.
Like you start like that, then
unaenda round.
Unaachilia mkono, then kichwa peke yake ndio iko down.
Unasimama, your whole body is supported by your head. Yeah,
it's supported by your head.
That's what you did.
That's what I tried to do because.
Oh, you had never done it before.
I did, but it was not. I wasn't feel like I'm perfect on it.
Okay.
On the process, I felt something, a twist from my back, and I said like, it's just a twist. And I continued. I used to wake up in the morning every Sunday. I go to church, clean the seats, arrange the church for the morning devotion. I used to sit at the back. So usually I entered the church and I seated. That was very okay. But I never even finished like 5 minutes. And
what happened?
My body was sweating all of a sudden. And then the fever ikapanda. And I was confused. After 3 minutes, this leg started shaking. And I couldn't control it. So ilifika position ikaniweza kabisa. So nilistretch mguu, nilipush like wenye walikuwa mbele yangu, so walikuwa wanaanguka. So I decided to walk out. I walked out and I went straight home. And when I reached home, I never even finished like 5 minutes, and I was asleep. The time I woke and I was like, I need to know what's the time. I tried to move my hands. Nothing was happening. And I thought maybe, let me try and come out of the bed. I tried to move my legs. Nothing is working. I felt more confused. Tears was all over because I don't know, I'm asking myself, like, what's going on.
You are panicking now.
Yeah. There is this guy who used to smoke at my doorstep. And every time he will do that, maybe if I'm around, I will tell him, Manze, peleka bangi zako huko. He smoked like maybe 4 puffs. And I heard him saying, Katoi, kwani siku hizi navutia bangi hapa na siulizwi. Kwani tunaendanga church moja? You see, ilibidi nimuite because I wanted to know the time. He saw the tears and he asked what's wrong, and I told him, you know what, bro? I'm trying to move my hands. They're not moving. My feet are not moving. So this is what he did. Alisoma kila kitu pale video. Today is Wednesday and the time is 5.
So you had literally blacked out Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah. I'm living with a brother on the same room. Ananiwacha nimelala na anaishia.
Nyumba ilikuwa nyumba ya room moja?
Room moja.
He didn't think to see, I've not seen you talk to me Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wow. Nobody's thinking to rush you to the hospital?
No one. Actually, this guy who was smoking, the first thing he asked is, have you eaten? He went further. Alikuja na uji. He fed me.
We'll be taking a very quick break. When we come back, some more from Dennis. Still coming up on Real Talk, guests will be sharing about the day that their world fell apart. Don't go too far. Remember, you can join the conversation via our hashtags, #RealTalk on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. Let us know what your views, comments, and feedback are on tonight's topic, the day my world fell apart. So earlier on, Dennis shared his story with us. I also have another guest with me in studio, Hannah. So Hannah, yours is a different story. Yours is a story of betrayal. Tell us about the day your world fell apart.
Okay. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I was married. Tukakaa na bwanangu vizuri. Though alikuwa anakunywa pombe. And my mom alikuwa anatutembelea most of the time anakuja. Then anaenda.
Now yani kwa nyumba yenu matrimonial home?
Yes.
How long were you married for?
It was 3 years.
Did you have any children?
Yes, 2. Alikuwa anakuja anatutembelea, venye tu mzazi anakuja anatembelea mtoto. Then nikakuja kasikia nikaona tabia fulani yeye na bwanake. My mom alikuwa anakunywa pombe hata kwa village. So the time alikuwa anakuja, alikuwa sometimes bwanangu ananunua pombe, anamnunulia, mama anamnunulia kwa hizo vibanda za mapombe. Nikawa siko comfortable na hiyo behavior. I talked to my husband, but haikutulia. Nikamwambia mom, if you want to see me, acha mimi nikuje ushago. But hakusikia. So siku ya Sunday mimi nikaenda church with my kids. I left my husband kwa nyumba akiwa amelala juu, alikuwa amesema amechoka. Then nilipofika church, mtoto wangu mdogo akafika at a point akawa stubborn kiasi cha kuwa asingetulia kwa church. The time ilifika kitu kama saa 6, nikaona hakuna haja kuendelea kukaa juu the moment naingia kwa church anakuwa anasumbua hatawezi kaa. I decided to go back home. Kufika nikafungua mlango ya sitting room, nikafungua, then nikasikia yani siko comfortable. Nikaacha mtoto wangu mkubwa hapo kwa sitting room, nikaenda kwa bedroom. Then the time niliingia kwa bedroom, what I saw.
It's okay, take your time. Take your time.
I found my husband and my mom making love.
Na venye uliingia ukawapata walikuona?
Yes, they saw me. I asked my husband, Jack, what is going on? He told me, venye unaona.
Yani haogopi, anajibu sata na kiburi venye.
Yes.
Na mama yako?
She was there. Kaisha nguvu kabisa. I asked my mom, is it you? Is it you? Kaniambia ni mimi. Niliisha nguvu kabisa. The painful thing is my daughter.
How old is your daughter?
He was 4 years. Aliwaona. Because the time niingia bedroom, alinifuata.
Nyuma.
Yes. Aliona kila kitu. Mimi nikasikia tu siwezi endelea.
Kaishiwa na nguvu.
Kabisa.
So you're still in the room, they're still in the room.
Yes.
Your daughter is in the room. Ule mdogo pia.
My daughter is beside me, standing. Anawaangalia. Akaniuliza, mom, nini shosho anafanya na baba? Nikasikia tu siku yangu imefika mwisho. Kaangalia kando hata sikuwa naweza hata kumove. Kaangalia kando kitu naweza pata tu. Angalau njitoe uhai. Nikakosa. Mtoto mwenye nilikuwa nimebeba venye nilimweka chini akatambaa. Nikaona sina option nyingine isipokuwa tu ile leso alikuwa nimembeba nayo. Nijimalize nayo. But God is faithful. Mtoto venye alitambaa tu na hiyo leso.
Okay. So you wanted to kill yourself?
Yes.
Hang yourself with the leso?
Yes. But then I told my daughter, enda uniite rafiki yangu, jirani yangu. Enda uniite jirani yangu. Akaenda akamwita, akakuja nikamuelezea. Nikamwambia, just take care of these kids. Siwezi endelea tena. Akaniambia siwezi kuacha hapa.
Because aliona you're in shock, you're not yourself.
Siwezi kuacha hapa. She took me with my kids, tukaenda kwake. Kaenda, tukakaa, kaniongelesha. Nika spend the whole of that Sunday hapo. Monday, mpaka afternoon. Ndio, mimi nikawa nimeshikwa tu, nikawa nimetulia kidogo. Nikawa nimeshikwa na usingizi kidogo, nikalala. Naye akatoka, jirani yangu, bishitangu akatoka, akaenda. Sasa the time nililala, nikalala usingizi ya kiasi cha kuwa sikuwa najielewa. Kumbe hiyo ndio the time bwana alikuja, kaingia kwa nyumba.
Nyumba sasa yenyu?
Yes. Akabeba kila kitu.
Kila kitu, yani furniture, kila kitu,
everything including my clothes, mpaka za watoto, and he left.
Where did he go?
At that time sikujua. He left.
Yani anawacha wewe na watoto bila chochote?
Yes. Nikijaribu kumcall, achukui simu. That's the time sasa tena nikasikia imefika mwisho.
Tena ndio hiyo, it has happened, you know, the thing with your husband and your mother.
Yes.
Tena so unaanza maisha from zero.
Yes.
Ulikuwa na kazi?
Sikuwa na job, I was jobless.
So hata unafikiria pengine nyumba umeachiwa, rent,
hata sijui nitaanzia
chakula ya watoto.
Hata sijui nitaanzia wapi.
Did you reach out to him, Jack?
Nikajaribu kumcall the following day, mpaka najaribu kubadilisha namba, hakuwa na pick phone. Nikakaa. After sharing my stories with my neighbors, watu wenye najua, wakanisaidia nikapata venye naweza anza maisha. Then after kukaa, mimi nikakodisha nyumba yangu, kawa napata vibarua tu kidogo kidogo. After kama 5 months, he called me.
Now Jack?
Yes. And he told me, Hannah, I want you to forgive me. Kamwambia nilikusamea kitambo.
So since it happened, you had gotten saved.
Yes.
Joined the church. You had found a way to deal with it, and you found your faith helped you deal with it.
Yes.
So ndio huyo mume wako amekupigia, anaomba msamaha. Je, mama yako?
Nilimpigia baadaye. After sasa Jack kunipigia, nikamuuliza mko wapi? Mko na Jack? Akaniambia no. Hata sijui, I don't know what happened that day. Na nataka ukuje tu tuongee. Nikamwambia mama hapana, sitaweza kuja, but kwa roho yangu sijakubeba. Na nimekusamehea, hata bingu yenyewe najua nimekusamehea, sina shida. All I want ni peace, ni move on na life yangu. She told me hajaridhika bado.
Hajaridhika kiaje?
Anataka niende home, niende nimwambie penye nataka, nilimsamehea.
These 5 months after Jack akatoka kule kwenye nyumbani, alikuwa wapi?
Alienda akakodisha nyumba place fulani, akaanza kukaa huko. Akaanza life yake huko. Though life yake haikuwa mzuri since hapo. Juu alienda nikisikia kafutwa kazi. Then akatoka. Akawa amekaa tu hivyo. At that time alikuwa ananipigia simu. Kama alikuwa anataka tu reconcile na yeye, but nikamwambia no. Unaweza tafuta mtu mwingine, but mimi I'm okay. Hatuwezi rudiana. Hata though nimekusamehea lakini hatuwezi rudiana. You can move on with your life. I have my life. He told me naweza kuja kuona watoto. Nikamwambia no. Kuza hata sijui utaweza ambiaje huyu mtoto. Then tukakaa kama mwezi mmoja. Usiku I remember tena ilikuwa tena ni siku ya Sunday. Nikakaa nikapikia watoto wangu sapa vizuri. Nikakaa tu hapo just watching TV. Nikasikia mtu ananoka. Nikauliza ni nani? Kaniambia ni mama fulani. Juzi nilikuwa nimedinda kufungua. Then nikamuuliza ni nani? Akaniambia ni mama fulani. Mimi nilifungua mlango. Nikapata ni Jack. Nikamuuliza nini mnafanya hapa? Akaniambia hapana, naomba unisamehe. Nikamuuliza what do you mean? Na hiyo time alikuwa kupumua, alikuwa anapumua haraka haraka. Nikamuuliza what is wrong with you? Akaniambia hapana, Ana, nataka unisamehe. Nikamwambia Jack, I told you kitambo, nilikusamehea, sina shida na wewe. And he told me, Hana, thank you. Kama nikufe na amani kama nisamehea. Na Jack akacollapse
kwa mlango yako sasa.
And he died
at your doorstep.
Yes.
So there is Jack.
Yes.
He's come to your house.
Yes.
How did he know where you live?
Aliuliza majirani zangu, marafiki zangu, akaambia penye nakaa.
So what happened next? Because this man mumekuwa naye.
Yes.
Mumeachana. Yeah. Then he comes and he collapses on your doorstep and he's pronounced dead. What happened next?
I called my neighbors. Nikawaambia juu nilikuwa tu neighboring, walikuwa najua the whole story. Nikawaambia I don't know what will happen to me because amekuja and this is what is venye kume happen. Wakaniambia no, hatuwezi kusema juu sikujua immediately kama amekufa. Nikamwambia mnaweza kunisaidia tumpeleke hospitali.
Ulikuwa unafikiria ni asthma attack?
Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria ni asthma attack.
Maybe amecollapse tu.
Yeah. And hiyo time tuko na kana ilikuwa anatembea na inhaler. So nijaribu kuangalia mifuko yake nione kama maybe kuna inhaler, nimpatie first aid pata kukua. Wakanisaidia, tukampeleka hospitali. Tulimpeleka Coptic Hospital, but the moment tulifika daktari akaniambia huyu amekufa kama like 1 hour ago.
It's pronounced dead.
Yes. Nikamuuliza daktari, are you sure? Nikamwambia yeye. My worry was familia yao itasema aje?
Ni wewe.
Ni mimi. Since till today wanasema mimi I know mtu mwenye aliua Jack, but I have nothing to do with it.
Okay, so that and much more to come here on Real Talk tonight as our guests keep sharing their stories with us. We also have an expert in studio, Catherine Murithi. She's going to be putting into perspective for our guests how to deal with this trauma. Next, I want to invite our counselor and expert tonight, Catherine Muridhi, who is with Nisikize. She is a practicing counselor and therapist. She's just going to be putting the issues that we've had tonight into perspective and perhaps share with our guests and also you and I, how do you cope when you have such life-changing events happening to you? For Hannah, she found God, but we are still seeing that when she's sharing her story with us, it's fresh. So what can you say to Hannah?
Hannah, congratulations for sharing your story very bravely and with a lot of courage. What you have gone through is not a very easy issue, but you've been able to talk about it, you've been able to share about it. And we can see, even from where we are seated, that there's still a lot of pain. But pain is part of the journey towards healing. Tears are also part of healing. When you shared what happened, what we were able to pick was you went first into denial. You couldn't believe what you were seeing. This is your husband, the father of your children, the man you chose to marry. This is your mother, the mother who bore you, who raised you up. And so these were very significant people in your life, two very powerful people in your life. And then you find that they have betrayed you. They betrayed you to the core. Normally, we've seen people who've gone through such a shocking time and they faint and just die.
So that's the mind's way of coping.
That's a mind's way of coping. After going through shock and denial, we saw her getting very angry. And what she wanted to do was, I want to die.
She wanted to kill herself with a lasso.
Let me die. And that's what happens to many of us. Many times, people want to commit suicide. People are so angry that they feel, I don't want to live. But for some people, like what we saw Hannah do was, let me call my neighbor, which was a good thing. That was a good step, because when you call a neighbor, she kind of brings in some sense of reality or sanity into the situation. Some support. Yeah. Come with me. You're not able to deal with this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's leave this situation. And you see, what was happening was not getting any better because her husband told her, unajioneaje? So there was no remorse. With the mother, there was no remorse. There was no shame. So it was getting worse. And so this friend was able to remove her from that situation. And in life, we need people who are able to remove us from that situation so that we can be able to deal with what is happening, so that we do not make rash decisions which are tragic. That's why we see people committing suicide. We see others even killing those people.
So, Dr. Catherine, what would you say to Dennis? Because his was a bit different. He was a child. And really his family, the people that he should have been able to rely on, didn't necessarily offer the right support when they needed to have.
Yeah, Dennis, that was a story of resilience right there, and a lot of courage even as you shared your story. It didn't even feel like you were 13-year-old at that particular time, but you were very brave. The people who were supposed to have taken care of you then did not take care of you. And I can imagine what you went through was a sense of betrayal by the people who are supposed to take care of you. That is your father, your mother, your uncles. I feel there was lack of communication in this family. People did what they needed to do. You wake up, you go on your own. It didn't seem like people cared. And we can see how at times when we're going through adversity that the people who are most or least likely to be there for us are the ones who are there for us. And the question to ask Dennis is, who took you to hospital and how was it?
So Dennis, just to pick up where we left off earlier, ulisema as soon as now jirani akaambia the family that umelemewa, you can't feel your limbs, you're talking but you literally can't move. And your family said, ni sawa, lala itaisha. So what happened from there?
So from there, this guy was a high school student.
The neighbor now?
The neighbor. For him, he thought maybe now my relative will take care. But every time he came back from school, he used to find me the same. So he will go to her mother's place get a meal and come and feed me. And that was very painful for me because this is a stranger. It's someone I was against what he was doing, but he's not even a Christian and he's doing all this. He said like they should take me to a hospital and they agreed.
After how long?
They did, after 1 week, they agreed. And let me tell you, 1 month later, nothing happened.
Who was taking care of you? Because how you can't move. Who was cleaning you, doing everything?
This guy.
The neighbor.
The neighbor.
Mama na baba walikuwa?
For me, I have a different, like my mother separated with my father when I was 3 months old. I used to live with my grandma.
So it was an extended family situation.
Yeah.
Pale na nyanya, maybe aunties and uncles.
Yeah.
And now there was your brother as well, from your mother.
Yeah.
And of course, he's a child as well. He's helpless. Hajui, ameambia watu wakubwa, Dennis is not well, tumpeleke hospitali, wakikataa, mutangoja.
It's true. This guy, aliona family in Aigino, alinitake.
He carried you himself from your home?
From my bed to his room. So he will go to school, feed me in the morning, go to school, bath me in the evening, take care of everything.
What is his name, this guy?
Gedenchi.
Hey, Gedenchi. Na kule nyumbani kwa kina Gidenji, his parents, his relatives, what were they saying? Seeing all this?
Her mother was born again, so I think, it's from a single parent. So I think that was the best part of it.
Coming from being a young boy who is energetic, a dancer, and a very good dancer, to being immobile, paralyzed. You can't move for 3 months.
I can't do anything.
Bedridden.
Bedridden for 3 months, no medication. And this time, Gidenji alinipeleka nje, and my uncle, they never even come to visit me inside the room. So the moment nilitolewa kwa jua, I remember one of my uncles saying, hii ni ukimwi. Because...
And you're 13 years old at that time?
Yeah. Umse alikuwa dancer. We know dancers. We know those, they love ladies. Maybe alipatwa na ukimwi ndio maana anakonda haraka hivi. Not knowing that inside me my nerves were dead. And I'm not getting
any treatment,
any treatment. They are talking, but they are doing nothing. So, and now remember me telling you I managed to perform in Kampala. So there is this lady, Tuli Network in Kampala, and he was in Nairobi. He came where I was fellowshipping, and
kwa kanisa sasa.
Yeah, and she was asking for me, and people are like hiding.
Hawataki kumwambia.
Venye iko, because no one cares.
Even the church people, the church where you used to go every Sunday, unapanga kiti, hakuna mtu alijali.
No one. I told Gidenji, go, call her for me. And he did. He called her and he came, he saw the situation. It was on Sunday and this lady was traveling back to Kampala on Monday. So he did. Alisema, he will take me to hospital.
So this lady took you to hospital?
Yeah, very early in the morning on Monday before he boarded bus to Kampala. I was admitted. First of all, nilienda kwa coma for 1 week because I needed blood. The moment I came back from coma, and this time my body is vibrating and singelala kwa bed like a normal person. They used to tie me.
Kuna seizures?
Yeah, because I'm vibrating, so neza anguka kutoka kwa gate. So nilifungiwa hapo. Like people always do when you have a friend or a relative in hospital, unajua at least you can go and see him or her, give him food, maybe know how the progress is. So for me, that was absent at that time.
Nobody came.
Nobody came. And you see, umepeleka hospitali, this guy mwenye analeta food, he cannot feed you. Atakuja iekele hapo. Naende. And from that, anaona umefungwa mkono na you cannot feed yourself. So just, I used to look. Nilikuwa nakula kwa macho, lakini si ingine. Yeah. So one nurse monitored me and he came and asked me, I've never seen anyone visiting you, feeding you. Where is your relative? Where is your family? And I couldn't answer that because even me, I don't know. She was sent from God. And this nurse, he decided to be feeding me. This ward, I was the only one mwenye nilikuwa nalala peke yangu because they thought maybe the vibration may come back, something like that. One night, all the patients died. That's like saying 10 people died.
Yes.
On the same night, like usual, bodies ikatolewa and they were taken to a morgue. New people are brought in, new patients. The same thing, wanna share bed. This thing happened again.
They all died?
They all died. I'm the only one
who's surviving.
Who's surviving.
Both times?
Both times. So there is this doctor, he told me, tumeona wengi kaa wewe. First of all, hatujui watu wenyu. We don't know where you came from. Now, you are making sacrifices.
So he's blaming you for people dying in the ward?
Yeah. It was so painful for me.
Because again, you're a child.
I'm a child. And
a helpless child.
I know nothing about even some other spiritual thing. You know, I'm innocent. This time, I was now sharing a bed with
someone else.
So we are all 12 upon that word. Wameletwa leo mchana. The next morning, wote walikuwa dead, including the one nimelala naye. After removing all the 11 body, walieka vitanda kando. I was put somewhere. Preachers, like 15 preachers came, intercessors, whoever was available. And they were praying for me like on a serious. You know how they do
like
it?
An exorcism.
Yeah. Who are you? Who have sent you here? We are commanding you in the name of Jesus. Say your name. And I'm like, I'm Dennis. Nikiachiliwa pale, he's like, nakaa ni kama mandazi mingisho kwa mafuta ikatolewa. The oil is all over.
Because wanakupaka now the holy oil.
The holy oil. And I told God, if this will happen again, God, take me instead of them. One morning, they used to do calling register. Everyone was present. And I was declared dead.
You had passed out?
Yeah.
And all your vital signs were not there?
Well, yeah, and this is a doctor confirming. The same doctor who came to tell me, like, we know you guys. And this doctor was very proud. I told you, Biblia na kusema, jamaa ameenda. Pigwa matago huku jina, kwa mguu, forehead, everywhere. So, kutolewa nguo kuingishwa kwa body bag. And let me tell you, God works in a mysterious way. The hospital that I was, hawakuwa na morgue. They had a semi-morgue, whereby siteko kwa fridge. They used to pick the body and take it to City Mortuary on Saturday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On Friday, someone else died. and he was supposed to be brought on the morgue. And this guy came with the body and threw it. So ilikuja kaniangukia juu. Poof! And I came back to life. And for me, I didn't know niko kwa morgue because nilikuwa kwa bed. So my mind was fresh. I'm in the bed. And I wanted to kutoa brangeti. So the moment I tried to do this, I realized this is not a blanket. And that guy, mwenye amerusha mtu, alisikia nikiguza the body bag. So
now after this incident, now you're getting unafungua body bag.
Yeah. Kumbe this guy wa morgue alisikia zip. Alikuja kuconfirm. Kukuja kuconfirm na mimi ndio huyu, mimi nimeshuka. Siwezi tembea na crawl kama mtoni. Tulikutana kwa mlango. Kutana hivi yali. When that doctors alikuja akaona ni mimi, alisema hii ni ile shetani yenye inaitagwa kichwa ngumu. Imeenda na imerudi. Remember, ame declare dead. Akona barua.
And here you are 3 days later, alive. Even moving.
This nurse, akasikia what is happening. Alikuja na brangeti akanifuni. This doctor, ndio mkubwa huyu nurse. Doctor alimwambia, you know what? Let's deal with this. We have registered everything. This guy is dead. He wanted to kunidunga shindano. Niende. This nurse said, no. If you are killing, kill him alone. Oh, this is after 8 good months on hospital. Without even a friend or a relative visiting me. And sikumaliza hata wiki. And I was walking. I was given a prescription. Let me tell you, if you think hakuna angels, then you are wrong. So now, I believe it was cleared. I didn't know who did it, but niliuliza nikambo kuna mtu alilipa. I remember nilitembea hadi home.
I think really Janice's story is a story of inspiration. Seeing him seated here today, able to narrate his story to us, is definitely a story of survival.
It's true.
And you're very strong, very inspirational. And again tonight, still on the topic of the day my world fell apart, we have another guest with us, Martin. Now Martin's story is a bit different, where his story is a story of betrayal, a story of lies, but again today he's seated here with us and he will be sharing his story of survival and how he was able to cope with this life-changing event that happened to him. Martin, you'll be sharing your story with us tonight.
Yes.
So you had a very private and intimate type of situation with your wife.
That's right.
How long were you married to your wife?
By then we had been married for 10 years.
And to date, how long have you been married for?
12 years now.
12 years now.
Yes.
So what happened, Martin?
During this time, our 10 years of marriage had a lot of ups and downs. And during this period, I have 3 beautiful daughters. The eldest is 11 years old now. So my wife could leave our matrimonial home bila hata kuniambia shida iko wapi. I come back from work, I just find the whole house empty.
Amebeba kila kitu ameenda.
Yeah, na watoto. Sasa mimi niko hapo najiuliza kwani what could I have done wrong? So anytime she leaves, our home, I could look for where she is, alafu tena namrudisha kwa nyumba nikimpata. And again, all my 3 daughters were born through CS, and they were never breastfed. So I kept on asking myself, why aren't they being breastfed? Kwa nini hawanyonyeshwi? So one day the doctor told me 2 things, that either my wife is hiding her medical condition, maybe she is sick, ama hataki matiti zinyauke, vitu kama hizo. One night she decided that she's going, anaenda out na marafiki wake. So nikamuuliza, wewe kila weekend ikifika ni trouble, you want to go out and you are a married lady, nini, all those things. Kaambia leo tunaenda na wewe. We have to go with you. Nataka kuonao marafiki wako because I don't know any of your friends. And when you go, sometimes you sleep outside. Akaleta vita, lakini nikamwambia we are going with you. So I went and made sure that huyu na huyu ndiye ako nao. Then I told those people that I'm giving her 30 minutes. After 30 minutes nikuje nimpate tu hapa na mimi ndio nitamrudisha wapi? Kwa nyumba. So after 15 minutes she came back to the house. Akaniambia, Martin, there's something I want to tell you tonight. Then she told me that it's a secret she's kept from me for 10 good years. Na hajawahi ambia hata mtu yeyote. Pia nikasema ni sawa. I prepared supper for my children. Wakaenda wakalala. So nikakaa hapo karibu na mlango. Kwanza the first secret she revealed was her life in Mombasa. That was the time she was introduced to drugs. So she could take the drugs, sell them, cocaine, heroin, all kinds of those things. So alikuwa in a relationship na mzungu. Huyo mzungu ilibidi amwache when these drugs now took a toll on her. She could not manage it anymore.
She became an addict.
Yeah, an addict. So akaniambia that is what had been troubling her, because effects ya hizo
the drugs. Because
sometimes hata anapasua maglasses nini. As if that was not enough. Akaniambia, for all these 10 years we've been living as discordant couples.
Discordant couple meaning?
She's HIV positive, I'm HIV negative. And that was why all our daughters were born through CS. That was why she never breastfed our daughters. And anytime she could think of infecting me, anaona tu aende tu aniache niendelee na maisha. Next question I asked her, how about my children? Because I wanted to know kama watoto pia wako
infected as well.
Infected. Akaniambia she took all the precautions the doctor told her and that all our daughters are negative. By this time she was revealing this to me. Kumbe pia alikuwa ameweka kisu karibu na mlango hapo. Wakati nilisimama naenda kumhug, yeye alikuwa anaona ni kama nimeenda kumwattack. Na hiyo kisu vile alishika hivi, kisu ilifanya nini?
Kaanguka.
Ilianguka tu chini.
So her intention was to stab you with that knife?
Yes. And then she finishes herself and that was it.
What about the children?
The children were asleep, very much asleep. So we just held our hands, we cried. The following morning, I went to confirm my status again. Akaniambia, Martin, there were some 3 months, ile sasa wakati alienda ya mwisho, the 6th time, aliacha kutumia madawa zake. So anasema, anaona ni kama wakati huo,
she infected
you. Then I just said, let me just go and reconfirm my status. And when I went to the first hospital, wakafanya hiyo test, wakaniambia, I'm infected. And it's a recent infection. Hiyo bado haikutosha. I went to another hospital. Pia wakafanya hivyo, wakaniambia
Same thing.
the same thing.
It's positive.
Yes. So nilishindwa hata vile nitarudi nyumbani. She could try to call me na nakata kushika simu. So kurudi nikakaa hapo karibu na barabara. Hata nilikuwa nataka nijirushe tu kwa nini gari nikanyage. Then I met a lady whom we fellowship with her, the same church. Kanibia, Martin, you look different. Nikamwambia. Then she called somebody akani escort nyumbani. By this time, my wife, she was ready for again anything. Alikuwa na watu, huyu jamaa vile ashiki simu kubaya. Akatoa watoto kwa nyumba wote. Akabaki kwa nyumba peke yake sasa. Sasa mimi kurudi nikamwambia, you've infected me. Nikaanza kulia. Nikamwambia, it's okay. Now you will no longer hide those drugs. We will take them together. We will support each other. And we will try to rebuild this family. I've forgiven you.
So you forgave her?
I honestly forgave her. And since then, my life has changed. Our life has changed.
Are you happy as a
I'm
couple?
glad to even report that nowadays, even when I go to the hospital, I'm given what's called Express. And my viral load is completely suppressed. Completely suppressed.
Are you still with your wife today?
Sorry?
Are you still married to your wife today? Are you still together?
Very happily married. Very happily married. And we are doing very well, better than even before.
Patrick Hugh's story is a bit different than Martin's.
First of all, I want to thank God for enabling me to be here. I married 2004, and immediately I married, there's a problem that cropped in. My wife started bleeding, heavy bleeding. We went to the doctor. The doctor injected her with a medicine, in other words, to stop the bleeding. But the bleeding continued. We went now to another doctor for gynecologist. My wife was diagnosed with fibroids. And those fibroids, the doctor said that they were multiple. Multiples means that they were everywhere. And the doctor could not be able to extract them. Then the year 2006, there is some that started to grow on her left cheek. That was a small swelling. It grew big. 2007, we went to Kenyatta. It was removed. And that time it was not recognized anything. They said just that it is a normal tumor. I can remember 2013, my wife, you could see my wife as if she is pregnant. But it was those fibroids that were growing big. 2014, Dika level 5, we managed to remove my wife to be removed those fibroids. But unfortunately, it was removed together with the womb. 2015, the tumor that was removed on her left cheek started reoccurring. It grew again. Tukaenda tena Kenyatta. When we went to Kenyatta, now the doctors said that they have to remove it. And they don't think that it will come again. The first day that she went for operation, she went at 8 a.m. But coming back to the ward again, it was something to do with 8 p.m. Because it reached a point that nikaona ni kama my wife ameaga dunia. Paka I stormed the ward. Nikamwambia muende muniletee my wife. Then when she came, she came with so many pipes being put through her nose. Because that time she could not be able to feed through the mouth, because the operation was a very major operation. In fact, wakachimba mpaka wakahacha a hole which is still there that I'm working to reconstruct that face. That biopsy that was taken to laboratory, it was diagnosed to be a cancer. When she went for the results, I can remember I was working at Ruiru. She called me and she told me that the doctors have now diagnosed this is a cancer. She cried over the phone, but I really rebuked the cancer. I told her that cancer will not kill you. She told me, no, I'm going to die. No, now my life is finished. I don't have a child. Even your people, what are they saying? Nikamwambia, I'm the one who married you. And kama singekuwa nakupenda, ningekuacha. But I rebuked. So we started another journey for chemotherapy and radiotherapy. But when you look at her face, in fact, it's not that now she cannot face people properly because the doctors interfered with one of the nerve. There's a nerve of the speech. The mouth now is not able to open properly. We went to Texas Cancer. She was given that 3 radiotherapy sessions. Alichomwa that 3. Then there is a sindano. I don't know what is. It is the chemo. 7 mpaka nywele zake zote zikaisha kabisa. So she was left with a hole. Kuna shimo iko pale sasa. She pushed me to marry. In fact, it reached a point where she told me now to sleep with her sister, but I told her, no, I will not. I will not.
Patrick, I want to ask you because I think you're a very strong man. You've been a very supportive husband to your wife. But how do you cope? As Patrick, how do you cope?
One, I'm a man of God. Most of the time I read the Word of God. It is the Word of God that encourages me. That I know a character like Job. Job passed through difficulties, but by the end of the day, he was a winner. He became a winner. But there is a time that my wife told me that the problem that we have passed through, it is more than Job, because the wife of Job had a womb. But now I don't have a womb. But nikamwambia, God can make a way where there is no way.
I want to just bring back Daktari because we've had some very powerful stories here tonight. So what would you say to that person who's walking through hell right now? And how can the rest of us support them?
Thank you again, Patrick and Job and Martin. Suffering is inevitable. I think every one of us goes through suffering one way or the other. But the question to ask ourselves is, have we allowed this suffering to define us? Or are we going to say this suffering will not define us and allow ourselves to look for a cause that is bigger than us?
And I think really looking at the guests we have on the show tonight, Dennis, Hannah, Patrick, Martin, none of their suffering has defined them.
None of them has defined them.
Meeting any of you on the street, nobody would guess. You all look like strong, able, happy people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what I see is they made a decision within themselves to decide these are the circumstances that I found myself in. They are permanent, but I will not allow them to define me. And so they have looked for things that they are doing which are beyond them. They have decided, I have made a decision, and that's an attitude that people make. The other thing I've seen is forgiveness. All these people have gone through pain in the hands of people who love them or who they love dearly, but they've decided to forgive and to let go. The minute we forgive, we begin to heal. It's also important to know that forgiveness is not always an event. If I stepped on your feet, Tamina, you would forgive me immediately. But some of the things they've gone through means that they have taken time. It's a process that they have gone through of forgiving. And when you're able to forgive, then you begin to look at things differently.
You know, maybe on that, Hannah, do you have a relationship with your mother today? You talk to her? Unaenda nyumbani kumsalimia na watoto?
That is really profound that she's still able to go and talk to her mom, and that is really good. But for some people, they may not quite reconcile. That does not mean they have not forgiven. People forgive, They may not have the sort of relationship they had before, but they're still able to say, I have let go. Remember, when you don't forgive, it's like you've taken poison and you're hoping the other person will die. When you forgive, you let them go. And so you may not have a relationship with them, but they do not hold you.
Maybe on that, Dennis, do you have a relationship with your family today?
Actually, I do, because for me, I'm a Bible student. I'm doing theology, and one of the things that I know is that the Bible says whatever God has started, He will be able to finish it.
That is really amazing, what Dennis has said. So let us know, whoever is going through any suffering, that suffering is not permanent. We can make it permanent by deciding this is my pain and I will stay with it and I will not forgive. But we can look at how can we let go of this pain and what can we do with what the pain, the circumstances that we've gone through. So if you're going through suffering, look at what is it that you can do to heal and to deal with it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Daktari, right there. I hope that you have been inspired tonight by the stories that have been shared, stories of strength, stories of survival, because ultimately that is what we hope to do here on Real Talk. Every night, bring issues to the forthright, hoping that we can ignite a flame, inspire somebody out there. Well, that is it from me, Tamima, tonight. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. And from my studio audience,